gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. How y'all doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Good Morning Raider Nation live podcast. Well, yours truly, Lunatic Raider, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. Thank y'all for pulling up this morning. As you can see by the thumbnail, today is the Florida Gators Pro Day, which includes Mr. Anthony Richardson. Now, you want this guy to do good. You want him to do good today. You want to make some teams start drooling at the mouth, salivating, just getting a visualization of what if, you know what I mean? So then that way, we can get a defensive player to be pushed down. Matter of fact, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. Who all here? Let's run through it real quick before we get into the ding-a-ling. You feel me? Before I get into the ding-a-ling. Raider Nation, Jason is in the house. What you say? We need Richardson to do well so we can get a drop defensive player. Yep. That's what I was speaking on too. You can push defensive players down or possibly another quarterback that we have an eye on. Unless it's Richardson, but I don't see that. I don't see that as the focal point. I don't think you try to trade with the Bears to get number 1 overall for Richardson. Now, maybe Carolina does, which I can see why they would. It would be like shit to them. They might be seeing Cam Newton 2.0, you know what I mean, through Richardson. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what their sights are on. I'm pretty much thinking that they're going to go with White of Alabama. You know what I mean? Unless C.J. Stroud just sneaks up and becomes the number 1 quarterback prospect in this year's draft, then I can see that happening. But I think that what we need, if Richardson does well, even if nobody takes him in the top 6, if he falls to 7, hopefully somebody behind us will want to move up to 7 to get him, because the Raiders said that they'll be interested in, falling back and getting a Gonzalez or Witherspoon, if you can still get one of those two, a few spots back behind 7. It makes sense to get more draft capital, especially if you have your eyes set on a corner and you feel like that corner will be there in a few picks. If that's the case, and say for instance, my thing is, I hope something like Levis or Richardson falls to 7 and there's a team behind us that really wants him and wants to move up and get him. That's what I'm hoping for. Shout out to the new member Dark Man of the channel, man. Thank you for becoming a member of Raiders Allegiance, man. I appreciate that for real. Let me get back to the. I'll be tripping. Okay, let me get back to the chat. Fixie, what is the deal, man? Top of the morning. What do you say? What say you? If Carter's not there, I'd rather trade back to like 16, 19, pick up a second and a first in 24, pick Drew Sanders first, Monty Smith, and Emmanuel. Well, I don't know about going back that far to 16 or 19. I don't think somebody's going to move up to 7 from, that far back. I can see somebody jumping up from maybe around 12. Let me see what the draft order is. I can give you an idea of what is more realistic as far as who would 2023 NFL draft order. I got to get a better idea of what teams are there so I know what are their needs. What would they move up for? All right. So you said 16 or 19? That will be between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions, I don't know why they would move back up since they're already at 6. They're at 6, so there's no reason for them to move up from 16. Now, what I can see feasible, now I look at the Houston Texans. Houston Texans got the 2nd overall pick and the 12th. Now, what I can see happening, what if the Texans decide to go defense and then feel like they can get they'll probably go quarterback. If they go quarterback. I think they might go defense though. At number 2, Houston might go defense, and maybe if a quarterback is there at 12, or better yet, that will make sense because not at 12, because then they would try to move up to 7 if a Richardson or Levis is there. So maybe they try to go ahead and double dip as far as getting the top defender. Maybe it's Carter. Maybe it's Anderson. But then move from 12 up to 7. I don't think they would try to go up too high around 3 or 4. That won't make sense to me. Not from 12. It'll take less assets to get from 12 to 7 than it will to get to like Arizona's pick. Why would you do that if you got the 2nd pick anyway? Now, if you do have your eyes set on a quarterback and he's there at 7, let me see who is ahead of Houston. You got Tennessee, the Eagles, the Bears, and Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Atlanta Falcons could be the one that will be sitting there at 8 for a quarterback. Maybe they go quarterback if a Levis or a Richardson is there. And maybe it's one of those 2 that Houston might want and is willing to go to 7 to jump Atlanta at 8. Now, that makes good sense. Maybe if they want to do that, or do they just stand pat at 12 and see what falls to them? But with all those picks that they got from the Deshaun Watson trade, you know what I mean? They got assets to be able to move up to 7, to jump at Atlanta from getting a quarterback that they want. So they can jump over them. Now, that might be something you keep your eye on. Good morning, Fizzy. Top of the morning. North Cal Raider Jesse in the house. Let me finish this up. Egalitarian 207. What is the deal? You see how my mind gets to working in the morning of what the possibilities could be. Brian Rodriguez, what is the deal? Prayers for the Army brothers that lost their life in the helicopter accident in Kentucky. Oh, really? Yeah, man. Prayers go up to them, man, and their families, man, for real. That's tragic, man. Man, I don't like hearing that kind of stuff, man, for real. That's like Kobe Bryant in the I don't like helicopters. I've never been in one, and I refuse to get in one. You know what I mean? I just something about helicopters I'm cool with. I'm cool. Dark in the building, yes indeed. Salute to you, my brother, and once again, thank you for becoming a member of the channel, man. It is very appreciated, for real. Brian Rodriguez, good morning. We up in here, y'all active, huh? How about you? Shout out to the 26 people watching. Yes, indeed. Adam Garber, what is the deal, man? Top of the morning to you. Thank you for being here. John, what is the deal? You said fire McDump. All right, I want you to write me 5 things about McDaniels that he needs to be fired for. Just give me 5 things. Matter of fact, I'll make it easy. 3 things. Name 3 things that McDaniels need to be fired over in his first year. Let me know if it's realistic and logical to fire a coach in his first year for whatever 3 reasons you come up with. Shout out. Raider Cush in the building, man. Top of the morning. Thank you for being here. Yes, indeed, my dude. Fitzy. Holly, how you doing, Holly? What's the dealie, yo? Hope you're doing well, Miss Lady, for real. Jorge C, good morning to you as well. Let me see who else. Yo, Adam, yo. Oh man, y'all be in here kicking it for real. You back to pillage, my dude. Raider Patches is in the building. Yes, he is. He in the building. Let me see what else we got up in the chat. Oh shit, Raider Goon, what is the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the morning, my brother. Thank you for being here, for real. Let me see. I know I'm missing somebody. I'm missing somebody. Oh, Michael Guerrero. What's the deal, man? Top of the morning. All the Chiefs do this same thing and fall face first. Oh, hey, we love that when the Chiefs fall face first. Oh, that's I wish somebody would have videotaped it. Literally fall on their face. Fuck in a draft. Why we didn't go after Sean Payton? Because Sean Payton doesn't. Why would we? I mean, he was in the booth, wasn't he? He was in the booth. And it's not a guarantee that Sean Payton gonna be successful in Denver. I mean, everybody, Sean Payton. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily. Now, if Sean Payton goes into Denver his first year and he wins 6 games, would y'all say, I wonder if Denver would be like, fire him like McDaniels? in an evaluation year at that, why would you fire a coach during the evaluation year? That don't make sense. That don't resonate with me, man. That, you know what I mean? What kind of owner would do that shit? And you still on the fucking hook for his salary. Coach's salary are guaranteed. So you rather pay, let's see, we're paying Gruden, we're paying McDaniels. So if you fire McDaniels now and you get a third coach, then you'll be paying 3 fucking quarterbacks for only one doing the job. Come on, bruh. Come on now. I got a GED and I know that shit ain't adding up. You know what I mean? Raider Fontaine, man, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Let me see. JB on the good foot. What is the deal, man? Top of the morning. Yes, indeed. Frankie Sanchez, what is the deal, man? Good morning, man. Appreciate you. The Raider Room, what is the deal? Top of the morning to you, my brother, for real. Yes, sir. I think, is that about it? Sean Johnson in the building. Salute to you. B. Al in the building, man. Good morning to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Let me see. I think that might be. I'm trying to go through. I think everybody in here is in here, and we got everybody. Oh no! Raider Jangalang in the building. What's up, dog? I like that. Raider Jangalang. For real, Jangalang. You gonna eat that there cornbread? Welcome, man. Welcome. Man, let's see. Yeah, we talk about the Saints in the NFC South with Atlanta and, you know what I mean? Carolina, Tampa Bay. But hell, it's just like the same. How long has Sean Payton been out of coaching? So you think somebody sitting in the booth can come right back after a couple of years and coach again, i.e. Gruden, Mayock being GM? Oh shit! I think that might be everybody up in. Hold on, Dor AC, Raider Kush, Holly Kush. Raider Syndicate, man, what is the deal, man? Top of the morning. All right, I knew I got some people up in here, man. I see some people up in here, man. Raider Kush. Make sure I got everybody. Okay, we got everybody. That's it. All right. So today is Richardson'S Pro Day. I'm trying to get tabs on this shit. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, I would like for him to do good. And like I was just saying earlier, you might get the potential of trading back. And maybe it might be with the Houston Texans. The way I'm looking at what possibly could happen, since Texans do have the number 2 pick. I don't think, well, the mock drafts are saying that they're going to go after Anderson, right? Do they go quarterback? I believe they can. Will they do it at 2? No, I think they go defense at 2. I think at 7, I think our pick at 7 could be in play for the Houston Texans to move up. If there is a quarterback that's there at 7, such as Levis or Richardson, hopefully, fingers crossed, that's what it is. And they feel like Atlanta might try to shortstop them at 8 before they come to 12. So they get in a deal with us. And here's the connection. One of the coaches with the Texans is the brother of McDaniels. Ta-da! There's goes connection. I don't know exactly. Let me see what Josh McDaniels' brother is with Houston Texans. What position does Josh McDaniels' brother have with the Houston Texans? Okay, he's the wide receivers coach and the passing game coordinator. So he's in his 3rd year with Houston. So there go the connection there with McDaniels and his brother with Houston. So now, if Houston is fearful of a quarterback not falling to them at 12, if they really have their eyes on one and they see him kind of dropping and he gets to 7, you could have an instance where they do call us up and be like, hey, what do you want for the 7th pick? You know what I mean? So we'll just go back to 12. Let me see, what all picks does the Houston Texans have? Then I can tell you exactly how we can wheel and deal with their ass. So, let me see. Houston Texans 2023 draft picks. So they think, let me see. So the Texans do have 12 picks in this year's draft also. Let me see. What are the picks though? All right, here they go. So let me get an idea. What would it take to move from 12 to 7? 12 to 7. Let's see what I said. They're sitting. They got ammo. They can move up as well. Now, one mock draft said Bryce. What they say? I forgot what they say. I don't get that mock draft. They don't know what the hell happened to them. Yeah. That's not what I want, motherfucker. be tripping. Now the Texans do have the second pick of the second round. Shit, give us a second jump from 12 to 7. Give us your second, which is the second pick overall in the second round. What else they got? Shit, they got the second pick of the third round. Which I know they got a round. Which rounds they got multiple picks in? I don't see it there in the third round. Bears, Houston Texans. Is this one? No. Nope, it's not that one. Damn, which one was it? Shit. Any if they want to give us anything between the second and fourth round, because all those picks that Houston got in those rounds are all the number 2 overall pick in each round. So you figure, I don't know exactly the value, but I'm guessing that maybe a first and a second, and then fuck, I don't know exactly. Shit, try to get their ass for a fourth. That's the second pick in each one of those rounds. That's the second pick in overall in each one of those rounds. A second, a fourth, and you just move up 5 spots and drop back from 12 to 7 to go get a quarterback before Atlanta can get it. Something like that, man, I tell you, hey, that'll put us in a nice little spot, because then, or you don't even have to go, see, yeah, give us your second. Give us your second, and we'll swap first. And have you, maybe throw in something later, too. We'll see. But yeah, that's something interesting to keep your eye on. I hope Levis is there at 7, and I hope the Texans won him. I hope the Texans go defense, and then I hope to go quarterback after that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if when the draft starts, that Houston gets on the phone and start talking to people 7, 6. Let me see. Would somebody trade from 6? Who's ahead of us? Is it Detroit? Who's at 6? Detroit. I don't think the Seahawks will go quarterback, but they could though. I don't know though. We know Indianapolis. Oh man, I know Arizona ain't going quarterback, so maybe I need to see what the wide receiver rankings are in this draft too. Because if they go quarterback, then they have action at getting a wide receiver. Who? I don't know. Maybe dude out of USC. Or maybe they grab dude from was it Baylor? Ah man, I don't know. It all depends. Good morning. Hey, Dirty Lowe's in the building. Chops. So yeah, maybe that's something that you keep your eye on as far as what Houston does. Do they stay in pat at 12? But since they got draft picks to go ahead and move up and try to grab something ahead of, if I don't know, it all depends on the order they go. Bryce Young? But what if Carolina takes Bryce Young? Then they go what? CJ Stroud? You think? I need to know what the rumor mill is on fucking the Texans. What is their plan? Do they? Oh, that's gonna be hard to say, man. I would love for the Texans to go. I mean, I like Jalen Carter. Would they go Jalen Carter or would they go Anderson? But if one of them two go, what does Arizona do at 3? See, oh my goodness. Because if the Texans really going to be greedy, but I don't think they would, though. I don't think they would try to shit jumping from 12 to 3. It's cheaper to go from 12 to 7 as far as what it's going to cost them. Nah, that's too much to go up 5 spots. 2 2s and 2 3s to go from 12 to 7. Nah, they ain't gonna bite on that shit. They don't, because they don't have to move. It's like, well, shit, we'll because they got the picks that they have are high second, third, and fourth round picks. They're the number 2 overall pick in each one of those rounds, except for the 5th round. The 5th round, they're not in the second spot. They will be, let's see, 4th round, that second spot. 5th round, they are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, they drop all the way down to the 26th spot in the 5th round. It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm just trying to forecast exactly what could happen. It all depends on what Houston does at number 2. Whatever they do at number 2, and what will dictate to them what they do at 2 is what Carolina does at 1. Because if Houston wants a quarterback, just draft them at number 2. Then maybe you wait for a defensive player to fall to you by 12. Unless, it all depends on what quarterbacks they got their eye on. Because if Bryce Young goes to Carolina, but we don't know what the fuck Carolina gonna do, that is the question. Who exactly does Carolina have their mind set on? Because they got the number 1 pick and they can pick whoever the fuck they want. Do they have Stroud ranked over Bryce Young or vice versa? It's got to be one of them two. It's got to be. It's got to be. Because that's the only reason why you would move the number 1 if it's one of the top quarterbacks. You would not move the number 1 for a Jalen Carter. But maybe the rumor is in the front office of Carolina that they're really big on Richardson. Do they do that though? Do they go? And that might be why the rumor came out that Richardson could go number 1, because they got inside information that Carolina maybe half the room is in favor of Richardson. That's the only reason why that rumor came out that he could go number 1, because there is some type of interest Carolina might have with him. That would be possible. But if the room is split and it's Richardson, who is the other half of the room for? CJ Stroud? Or Bryce, what you call him? Boy, I be trying to detective work on these motherfuckers, man. Hey, good morning, RV. Top of the morning. Hey, appreciate it, man. Hey, anytime stop by, man, is appreciated, man. Thank you, man. Have a great Thursday, man. For real. I'm just trying to what could work out in our favor, man. Oh my goodness, let me think. Shit, because last night Richardson met with Carolina and had dinner with the Raiders. This was last night. So the Raiders are out there. They're going to watch this dude. Man, I wish I had the fucking, to watch the shit. But I'm not trying to do that shit, man. You know what I mean? Oh, see. But yeah, so the Raiders did have lunch or dinner with him last night. And if I remember, that's like what, the second meeting or the third meeting? I know they would a hooker twice already. They met with, I think, CJ Stroud as well at his pro day. Oh my goodness. Quentin Johnson. Yeah, I know that they're planning on getting a QB, but the question is who? Because whoever they select at 2 can change a lot of shit for us. You know what I mean? It all depends. I think it's we'll hear about what the hell Richardson does today at his pro day. If he goes out there and lights it up, which I wouldn't get excited about him throwing when there's no defenders or no pressure on him. You know what I mean? That's like you playing a hoop by yourself. Of course, I can get an uncontested layup every time. Shit. Oh, man. All right. So this ain't going to be what we going to be doing. So look, let me change this motherfucker. Let me get that motherfucker back like on the motherfucker like that. You know what I mean? Damn. I'm trying to see if I can get some sights on this dude. Per PFF, Will Anderson has 206 total pressures since 2020. Next closest player has 126. See, that's why you know he's probably going top 3 anyway. See, I'm kind of looking at. Okay, let's take a look at this. Houston has the 2nd and the 12th pick. Now they can approach this either way. They can go defense and then go quarterback, depending on if they think that quarterback that they have their eye on might fall to them, or they can snatch their quarterback up at number 2. But it all depends on what quarterback they really like, because like I said, the rumor floating is that there's some people in the front office that really, 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 really like Richardson. If they grab Richardson at number 2, bruh, that will be crazy. Yeah, they want a quarterback. But like I said, they got 2 first-round picks. 2 first-round picks with ammo. They got 12 picks in this draft. So you figure if they do go quarterback at number 2, is defense next for them at 12? Do they hope a certain defender falls to them at 12? Or are they willing to move up to go quarterback or defender? It all depends on what order they're going to do it. But they'll probably go quarterback number 2. That makes the most sense. But what do they do at 12? And on the way they board falls, do they believe the next person in line that they have on their board to fall to 12, do they think he will be there at 12? Or do they think they have to move up? That's who is it? If Jalen Carter falls and he's there at 7 and Texans want Carter, because you're gonna need some defense. Hell, you got a 12th and a 2nd pick. You might as well get your QB target and a defensive target, top tier, because you're basically rebuilding. Take those picks that you got from Deshaun Watson, get your quarterback of the future, and get your defensive centerpiece of the future. Who would that be? I don't know. Or do you go out there and spend both of those picks on offense? Do you go get a receiver to go ahead and pair up with the quarterback you drafted at 2? See, that's another question. Do you go tight end? It all depends on how they got their board valued. You know what I mean? Every team is not going to value every player the same. So our board is not going to be probably nowhere near what the Houston Texans board is going to be. Maybe a couple of players on there might be the same, but we might value one position over the position that they value. See, that's why I said every team is different. But when teams do value the same player, that's when you tend to get teams to move up over ahead of teams. Thus, why we got Zamir White last year. We jumped over the Chargers to get a running back because it kind of seemed to me that the Chargers was going to go for him maybe. Because right after we picked, those motherfuckers picked a running back too. So I think Zamir would have been on their radar and the Raiders moved up and grabbed him. See, that's why I said about if Jalen Carter is there at 7, you don't pass on him. Because what if the Chargers move up and if we pass on Jalen Carter, the Chargers move up and get him. Now we got to play against Jalen Carter twice a year? And he might be a straight record? Not just that, he might have a chip on his shoulder because we passed him up. You remember what Randy Moss used to do to the Dallas Cowboys because they passed him up? Tore their ass up. Tore their motherfucking ass up. You know what I mean? Hey, players don't forget that shit. Oh, you passed me up? Okay. Let me mark you on the calendar. Bro, that's why I'm like, hey, you don't never try to give your rivals in your division an opportunity to get a franchise type player, and you got an opportunity to get him first. Shit, you're not about to hurt my quarterback. You know what I mean? You think Garoppolo is injury prone? Let him go up against Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter mad at the Raiders because we passed him up, and the Chargers moved up, traded up to get him. Come on, man. I don't want that kind of shit to happen for real. For real. Shout out to the 44 watching, man. If you have not done so, please take the time. Subscribe to the channel. Support what we're doing here. Hit that thumbs up, man, and that like. Leave a comment and share this video as well. Appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. You could take part in the chat if you choose to, but if you don't, hey, just kick on back. Eat your breakfast. Check out the conversation. Maybe you guys got some good ideas of what could happen to work in our favor when the draft happens. Because right now we're on countdown. Every day off the calendar, every day we're closer to the draft, man. And I can't wait to see what we do, who we select, and who become new members of the Silver and Black. You dig? And if you can dig, then be dug. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, hey, for real, if they really want a player and they want to jump over Atlanta and, bruh, we want your firstborn, we want your social security number, we want your 401, we want you to sign over your 401k and your stocks and dividends over to us. We want everything. And your cheerleaders too. Oh shit. Let's see. Carolina most likely is going to take the most complete quarterback. CJ Stroud. You don't move up for Richardson. But do you? Do you not move up for Richardson? Are they in awe of his physical ability, his vertical, his 40 time, his broad jump? Are they in awe like, oh, we've never seen a specimen like this, and we need him in our uniform with an arm and he's mobile? Do they look at Richardson to see Michael Vick 2.0? We don't know. See, this is the whole key. Like they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Some teams are looking at like, nah, I wouldn't fuck with Richardson. He don't have the accuracy and blah, you know, like I say. But then you got motherfuckers that looking at you like, man, fuck the accuracy. We can teach them that shit. You can't teach them to run no 4.33 40 or no motherfucking 40 and a half inch vertical. You can't teach that shit. We could teach them how to throw right. Hey, you never know. These teams might and all. Let me see. See, now I'm about to do some more breaking down. See, my mind be clicking, boy, like a motherfucker, boy. Let's see. So wait a minute. Oh my God. Man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Now shit's starting to. Hold on. I'm figuring something out right now. I'm doing a math equation. E equals MC squared divided by H2O, and you get the composite of. Let me quit. Oh shit. When did Houston come out and say that they were taking a quarterback? How we know that for sure? Hey, Joel E. Hey, this is exactly what I was thinking about. He's a defensive coach, and he knows defenses win championships. He's taking Jalen Carter or Anderson. He's going defense. He knows he can get a quarterback later. Fuck. Yeah, but see, here's a Joel E. Here's a flip side of that though. Let me play devil's advocate, right? Hold on real quick. I'm trying to see if I can get the Proday on the computer. Now I wonder. See, here's the flip thing. He is a defensive coordinator of the 49ers coming to Houston. First time head coach, right? Played defense for the Texans. Top tier talent at number 2 overall. If Jalen Carter is not a concern to them, they could take Jalen Carter and then wait to go quarterback. And like I said, if that happens, then that can work in our favor because they can change the narrative of the draft as well. See, this is what y'all don't understand. Look, watch this shit. Boy, my mind be going. All right, Carolina got the first pick. They're going quarterback. So one quarterback off the board. Who it is, we most likely know it's going to be Bryce from Alabama. Texans got number 2. We know Arizona is not taking a quarterback, right? So this is where the Texans can force the narrative. If the Texans do take a quarterback, that will be 2 quarterbacks gone in the first 2 picks. If they go defensive selection at 2, then the second quarterback probably won't come off the list until pick number 4. See, now shit's starting to get pushed down. Quarterbacks, that is. So the Texans, in essence, could pretty much push a quarterback for them to trade up and grab. Because if they take defense, if they take a quarterback, that's 2 quarterbacks going in the top 2 picks, right? So that means if the Colts, we know Arizona ain't going to take a quarterback. They could trade out to somebody who does, but if they stay there, they're probably going defense. The Colts is next. So if Stroud is gone, and fucking Bryce is gone. Levis I keep hearing Levis and the Colts, and that seems like a perfect match. Levis and the Colts. Levis and the Colts at 4. Seahawks at 5. Do you think the Seahawks go deep or quarterback? I think their bread and butter is defense. I think they go defense. They probably go corner. They're gonna try to probably duplicate the Legion of Boom with good lockdown corners, either Gonzalez or Witherspoon. I got a feeling, especially with them bringing back what you call it, the linebacker. Detroit Lions, what do you think they do? Defense? They hit on their defensive pick last year. I think they steady build that defense. Because they damn near was a playoff team. So that means number 7 is left. Now, Richardson is on the board. If it goes down that way. If it goes down that way, could Atlanta want Richardson? Could they see Michael Vick all over again? Like, do they, you know what I mean? Just the athleticism, the pure talent, and then just work on his accuracy if they feel like they got a coaching staff that can do that. And if Houston thinks that at 12, after they take a defender at 2, then they will most likely will move up to get Richardson at 7 if they really go that route. I heard that because the reason why I say Richardson for Houston, you gotta remember, even though DeMarco Ryans is a defensive coordinator going into coaching, was with the Niners watching Trey Lance. Who do you think is better? Is Lance better than Richardson? Or do you think Richardson is better than Lance? You know what I mean? There was a reason why the Niners took Lance, and it was his athleticism was the reason. You know what I mean? But do they see Richardson being a better quarterback than Lance? If DeMarco sees that, then they'd be like, hey, we got Trey Lance on crack. I'm trying to cover every avenue, every parallel universe that we have. I'm trying to go down that path to see exactly what each universe looks like with different choices made. Yeah, they Raider Room, they got 12. That's why I said they can move going from 12 to 7 is not going to be hard for them to do. It's only 5 spots. But they do have in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round the number 2 overall pick in each one of those rounds. And they drop off in the 5th round to 26. So if you want a good quality pick, you tell them to give you a 2nd, make it sound good, a 2nd and a 4th. You already got 2 3s. Now you have 2 2nds, and you will have 2 4s. You will have multiple picks in 2 to 7 rounds. From the 2nd round to the 7th, the Raiders will have multiple picks. And all you're doing is moving back 5 spots. See, if they're moving up for a quarterback, then what that does in essence as well is push more defenders down. If we can get 4 quarterbacks gone in the top 7 picks, and all we're doing is going back 5 spots, don't forget, we got Cansey out there. You got, man, you got corners that if Gonzalez doesn't go to Seattle, then it's Witherspoon or vice versa. Then one of them will fall. This is going to be interesting, dude. There's a lot of shit that could happen. 2 lot lizards for me to see. You stupid. Mike is stupid as shit. Trade back with the Eagles. The Eagles ain't gonna take a quarterback though. See, I think if the Texans actually do what I'm saying that they could do, like I say, they can push the board down to a pick that's more convenient for them to trade up to get. Like if they try to trade up to the third pick, right? B Green, you get the second and the third pick. What do you think Arizona's going to ask for? And they're moving up from 12. That's 10 spots. And that's like, oh, they really going. And if Texans say, I can get the player that we got our eye on at 7 and don't have to go to 3. See, is whatever the Texans do at number 2, they can change the narrative. If they go Jalen Carter, that changes shit. Because like I said, Arizona is not taking a quarterback. They can force that quarterback down to 4th instead of number 2. Instead of having 2 quarterbacks off the board in the first 2 picks, you can have 2 quarterbacks gone in 4 picks. But you know the Colts is going quarterback. But do they and fuck, if that's the case, do they go if Carolina gets CJ Stroud, do you go Bryce or vice versa? Who do they value? Probably be Bryce. You probably can get CJ Stroud in Indianapolis. If pushed down that way, if it goes that way. Which I think Richardson will be there at 7. Richardson will be there at 7. And I think Atlanta could be the scary team that Houston does not want grabbing a quarterback if it's Richardson they want. I don't know, man. I'm trying to cover every aspect of what makes sense. I can see Atlanta because look, don't forget Atlanta had Michael Vick, right? But just last year they had Mariota. Remember, we trade Mariota to them. So it's like they're looking for a mobile quarterback. Oh, man. Fuck. You know, man, I would be, if Atlanta got their eyes on Richardson, then I can see if fucking, maybe the Texans say number 2 is too high to get Richardson. And the Texans go defense. The best defender is Jalen Carter. You grab him, considering he's a defensive coach. Then get down when it comes to 7 if Richardson is there and they're fearful of Atlanta getting Richardson. Then you package picks up and move from 12 to 7 to get him. And boom, your corner piece of your defense and your quarterback of your offense for the future is there, and you got them, you can get them, and your defender is there on both sides of the ball. Now you got your building blocks. If they go that route, because if they go quarterback, then what do they do then? What defensive quarterpiece or centerpiece could they actually get at 12? Do you think shit? Because Carter come on. I know if they don't get Carter can end up with Arizona. Or the Seahawks. I can see the Seahawks. Hey, that's a defensive ass team too. They got to get back to what the Legion of Boom was. You add Carter? Man, Pete Carroll would do that shit, man. Pete Carroll would do that shit. Oh, it's going to be interesting. And then you got Detroit. What does Detroit do? You know what I mean? At 6. Oh, this is going to be... I can't wait. This shit going to be fun. Like a motherfucker for real. Damn. This shit going to be veiny for real, man. Oh, a lot of shit can happen. And then here let me throw the cherry on top. Arizona trading their pick. Do you think Atlanta would try to move up to 3? No, I don't think they would move up to 3. Nah, I don't see that. But you know what changes the narrative though? Because if Houston does take say they do take Jalen Carter at 2, and Arizona did say that they're willing to trade back at 3, then you're going to have teams that want to move up that need a quarterback to move up to 3 to get C.J. Stroud. Or I think it might be Stroud. Stroud could go at 3. Arizona could trade that pick. Raiders could get B back in the mix to get that 3rd pick. Boy, the Raiders still might be able, if it happens that way. If the Texans don't go quarterback and they go defense at 2, Arizona just sold that pick. That pick is gone. Somebody trading up to 3 to get a quarterback. Stroud, hey, that's going to be a no-brainer. No-brainer. So, oh my God, that'll be crazy. And the Raiders wouldn't have had, because they remember the Raiders talked to the Bears about moving to 1. I think Stroud is their target. I think C.J. Stroud is the Raiders' target. And I think Carolina really might. Man, that's gonna be the question. What the fuck does Carolina? Who they really got their eye on? I like Christian Gonzalez too, Mike. You know, shit, go Ducks. But yeah, he's a solid ass corner too at 7. But that's if he makes it there. You know what I mean? If he makes it there. Seattle, kind of, they, you know what I mean? Seattle, I think, can go defense. Same with Detroit. They can go defense too. Is it a corner? Let me think. Man. I can't call it, man. There's too many scenarios that can unfold for real. For real, man. This shit's gonna be crazy. Hey, when the draft hit, man, that motherfucker gonna be crazy. You want a cheeseburger with impossible? You want an impossible burger? You want to go vegan? I don't know if CJ going to the Panthers, man. That's not a given. That's not a given. Because CJ's not even the number 1 ranked quarterback. That's the thing. And then does Carolina do some old oddball ass shit? You know what I mean? Do they do some oddball ass shit and take a fucking Richardson at 1? Because it reminds them so much of Cam Newton. That's I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not in their front office. I'm just trying to make assessments by what they've done before and what they kind of like, what they like. And then why would you move up to 1? CJ Stroud isn't the number 1. CJ Stroud is good, but that the motherfucker from Alabama though, that's the one. Hey, that motherfucker, boy, don't you misconstrue it. That motherfucker's gonna be a good quarterback too. And they got him ranked as the number 1, so maybe they really want him over CJ Stroud. If that happens, damn, do the Texans take CJ Stroud? I don't even know if CJ Stroud is on their motherfucking radar. But you would think they would. And then somebody real thirsty gonna trade up to 3 and get Richardson or 11. Something like that's gonna happen, bro. Something's gonna happen in this draft that's gonna make us be like, what the fuck? I hope we ain't the ones to do that though. I hope we don't get that reaction from our team. What the fuck did we just do? I don't, Y'all motherfuckers said best available. Hey, you better stick to that shit. But we had Richardson as the 3rd best. No, you didn't. Stop. Stop that shit. Big Worm in the building, man. Tops to you. Easy Raider, what's the deal? They said they are going the best player on the board. Yeah, the best player on the board. Who said we did? I know we did, but I thought maybe you might have said like maybe another team. Hey, that's why if Houston said that shit too, Jalen Carter, I got a feeling they might go defense, bruh. Because DeMarco Ryan's philosophy is way different. And they've seen what the Niners can do with multiple different quarterbacks, but with a good defense. A bomb-ass defense will make any quarterback look good. Just look at the two that won Super Bowls in Baltimore and Tampa Bay. Mediocre at best, but had a bomb-ass defense. And that's all it, man, when you only allow motherfuckers to score 10 points a game, Baltimore in 2000 did that shit. Bruh, you mean 13 points to win the game? With a field goal, a touchdown, and an extra point, or a 2-point conversion, that'll win the game, 11-10? Man, like, give me a defense that keeps teams down to 10 points a game. Fuck. If you can't win a championship that way, then, bruh, you don't need to be playing football. I don't know if Bryce Young equals Tua, especially if you including the concussions. That's the thing that gotta work. Tua is good. Tua is damn good. Don't think Tua ain't good. The only knock on Tua is his concussions. You know what I mean? How many more concussions will it take for them to have to be like, hey, bro, if you get another one of these motherfucking concussions, bro, your career is done, and your life might be in jeopardy. Motherfuckers got to be the motherfucker to step up and tell them the truth. Cause he gets fucking concussions like I get erections. You know what I mean? That shit is like constant. Oh my goodness. Shout out to everybody, man. For real. All right, man. I think it's time to say goodbye to all my Raider friends. Yep, 802. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. It's good to cover what possibilities could happen. And we all gonna have to wait, man. We're gonna have to wait till Christmas to unwrap our gift. 7th overall in the first round, Thursday night, the 27th of April. We getting close. Saturday's the 1st, y'all, and then it's countdown. Once we reach the 1st of the month, it's countdown for Rizzle. Hey, shout out to everybody out there, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Please subscribe to the channel. 47 people watching, but there ain't 47 people in the chat. How many likes is there? Let me see how many motherfucking likes I got. Y'all motherfuckers gonna act like that? Y'all gonna act like that? Y'all gonna just sit here and watch and not hit the like button? You don't even have to subscribe. Oh, shit. Let me see what y'all got. We got 49 people watching and 37 likes. Man, if you motherfuckers watching ain't trying to like and subscribe, are you not entertained? Shout out to the Raider Nation, man. Thank you to those who have subscribed and hit the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. Really, I do. I'll be here tomorrow morning. It is What the Fuck Friday. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, man. We'll talk about the workout. We're going to talk about Richardson'S workout and other teammates that he have that'll be in the draft as well, since there's other rounds. It's not just a one-round draft. So there's other potential players out there that we could be interested in from Florida. We'll discuss all this. Man, I'm looking forward to the draft, though. But in the meantime and in between time, it's time we're going to have to do some analysis and think about what could happen and what could not happen and what could fall in our lap and what we can just take out of somebody else's. You feel me? So we pillage just for fun. So this will be a perfect opportunity to go pillage one of these teams and take a pick from in front of them and get the motherfucker they wanted. Wouldn't that be great? So that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Thursday. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones, man. That's the most important thing that we all must be aware of and considerate of is that there's others that rely on us, and let's not get out there and be reckless, be careless. Don't be on your phone while you're driving. Don't be digging in your nose while you crossing the street. You know what I mean? Make sure that motherfucker say walk, and make sure that light is green. With that being said, man, keep your head on a swivel as well. I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance, and you already know what we say about this time. I'm out this. B-I-N.